across the fertile lands of the Western Ghats. Watchtowers stand as a warning. On average, elephant attacks in India kill one person a day. And for the communities living on the margins of a nature reserve, life can be a fight for survival.
There's a lot of human-wildlife conflict in India. 100,000 odd incidents per year reported. So really the scale of the problem is massive.
India is the most populous country in the world and has the highest number of tigers and Asian elephants, yet only about 5% of its terrain is reserved for nature. Conservation scientist Karithi has spent more than 15 years looking for solutions to the inevitable conflict between people and wildlife.
You have large, charismatic megafauna living next to really high densities of people. They're going to come to raid crops or they're going to come and get livestock. How do you kind of balance this without things really blowing up?
Krithi's mission is to map out and rewild farmland surrounding the nature reserves. By partnering with farmers, she hopes to replace traditional crops with trees, creating a buffer area designed to limit contact with wildlife.
We're working with farms that are located within 2 kilometers from the edge of these parks. It's literally like stitching a quilt together, and one square here and one square here and one square there. The idea is fundamentally that you're going to have trees that give them an income so that they transition slowly from agriculture to agroforestry.
Krithi's work is deeply rooted in this region. Growing up in the Western Ghats, her passion for wildlife started at a very young age when she joined her father, leading tiger biologist Ulas Kaaranth, on field trips into the jungle. He was the first biologist to radio collar wild tigers in India at a time when the species was nearly extinct.
Because the rate at which forests were being cleared, animals were being hunted, we didn't have a strong protection law, no one was interested in wildlife. Now I'm far more optimistic. Actually, things have come back. I never expected this outcome 60 years ago.
India's tigers have more than doubled in the past decade and a half, a triumph for impassioned conservationists like Karithi and her father. Now she hopes to instill her dedication and respect for nature in children through an environmental education program.
These are kids who are seeing India's extraordinary wildlife, and I think building that connect to nature makes a huge difference in a way that it's not done through boring textbooks, it's done through art, it's done through games, it's done through storytelling.
The program was created to build tolerance and, crucially, safe behavior around animals. It has already reached more than 700 schools and over 30,000 children living near nature reserves in India.
There's no other country in the world which has these kind of animals living with this many people. Can you make sure that as they transition into adults, they make decisions that are not retaliatory and more reflective on how to share space with animals?